Okay, I think this has become my trademark look with no makeup and a headband and an oversized shirt. And I'm loving it. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Amanda. I'm so sorry I haven't uploaded in 2 weeks. It has been an insane 2 weeks. If I sound a little bit nasally, don't worry. I don't have what you think I have, but my allergies have been crazy. Yes, it is just allergies, I promise. But anywho. So anyways, I wanted to do yet another advice for actors starting out, and the huge question that I'm getting over and over daily is, how do you get an agent? And I uploaded a few TikToks about this, but TikToks, you know, they give you a minute at most, so a minute is not long enough to talk about what I want to talk about, obviously. So I thought it would be easiest to make a YouTube video, and then whoever has questions about this process, I can just kind of guide you to this video, and hopefully it will help you a little bit. So I want to start off by saying, yes, I do have an agent. I have been with my agent for about a year and a half now, and she is absolutely wonderful. A lot of people ask me, who are you with? And unless you're in Chicago, that's really not going to help you. A lot of people ask me for agency recommendations. My answer to them is, I know I say this in every single video, but you need to do your research. Nobody can give you that answer. So much of this industry is going out there and learning it for yourself. Now, I know, like, if you live in Chicago, I can give you a long list of agencies. However, that doesn't necessarily mean they are the right agency for you. That doesn't necessarily mean they are looking for people your type, your look. You know, it's 2020. I think 99.9% of us have access to the internet, obviously, because you're watching me right now. So you just need to use that for your good and benefit yourself. I remember when I was in like middle school and high school, I would come home and I would have set days to where if I got home by like 4, I would set aside like 4-hour days afterwards, just researching like agents in my area, classes in my area, how to make my package and my materials like perfect and marketable. Just researching. And that's not even me being like cutthroat and savage and like, oh my God, that's so rude. Why won't she just give us names? Like, it's not that simple. Like, there's so much more to it than that. And if you think I'm being cutthroat, then you probably won't like this industry, because it's, you hear it in movies, you hear it everywhere. It is the most cutthroat industry and career you can possibly have. It is not for the faint of heart. It is not for people that don't have thick skin. So that's just reality of it, okay? That's the truth. You need to do your own work. That's the truth. First and foremost, you guys, this is the most important part of this entire video. An agent is not the first step of acting or starting your career or becoming a part of this industry. And I'm just speaking on behalf of what, my personal experience and what I've heard, what I've learned from different teachers and stuff like that. So maybe you've heard something else, but I'm just speaking from my own personal life in this industry. Especially in like LA, like, agents don't really have time to be picking up your slack. What I mean by that is, this industry is completely insanely competitive. So if an agent has 20 talent that are in tip-top shape, they have all their materials, they are being submitted weekly, being booked weekly, they're on top of their game, they have everything going for them, they're doing everything they can, they're taking classes weekly if not daily, they're doing everything they possibly can to be the most successful actor they possibly can. And then there's one person that is doing absolutely nothing and doesn't even have a headshot and doesn't even know the format of a resume and doesn't even have clips for a reel. Like, agents don't have time for that, you guys. Like I said, it might be different when you're starting off and when you're younger, like a kid, like a small child, that's different. Obviously, because they don't expect a 3-year-old to have been in like 10 movies, like obviously. It's common sense. But when you're older, they're going to expect more from you, you guys. So To all of you that have never done a day of acting in your life, you have never done a day of training in your life, have never been to a class, have never done a play in your life, have never researched for independent films shooting in your area, have never looked up headshot photographers in your area, have never done a single moment of trying to put yourself out there, if you are looking for an agent, you have it all wrong. An agent will not even think about considering you unless you have your package ready. And by package, I mean headshots, resume, and a reel. Please do not just wake up one day and say, you know what, I want to be an actor, and then try submitting to agencies, because 99.9% of the time, from my experience anyways, that is not going to work. You need to be working on yourself first, so then you can market yourself to these agencies, and then if they're interested, they will go from there. The first step in this is finding an agent in your area. Now, I know it's going to be different for those of you that live in a small town in Indiana compared to those of you that live in LA. Obviously, markets are different. However, that shouldn't stop you from looking. You need to research, you guys. You need to. And I know it gets scary, because a lot of times people say, well, I don't know which of these agents are legit. I don't know which are scams. And that is scary. And a lot of people ask me, how do you know if they are legit or not? The main thing, you guys, above all else, is if an agent asks you to pay them up front, run away, okay? An agent, a legit agent, a real agent that you should trust, will never, ever, ever ask for money up front. They usually make about 15 to 20% of the money you are making from shoots they are booking you, okay? They're kind of like a lawyer in a sense. They are only making money when you make money. It all depends on research. Obviously, like I said, the people that live in LA are gonna have a heck of a lot of an easier time finding an agent than someone that lives in a small town with a population of like 300. Say, for example, you live in Indiana and you have an agent in Chicago about 2 hours away, let's say. They are going to, if they sign you, they are going to expect you to be in Chicago whenever they need you to. It is a very, very last minute industry, you guys. If there is an audition and the agent hears about it and lets you know and says, hey, tomorrow morning at 8 a.m., we have an audition for you, and you're like 4 hours away, you have to make yourself available to be there. Point blank, period. That's what it is. So let's say, woohoo, you submit to an agency and they're interested in you and they call you in for an interview. Awesome. That doesn't always mean that you're going to sign with them for sure. A lot of times they just want to see you in person, see your vibe, see your look, and many times they will reject you, because this industry is filled with 99 no's and 1 yes. So if you get a no from them, don't let it kick you down too hard. Keep in mind, it's not always about you. It's not always about your talent, you guys. This comes for when you're going to audition for an agency, or you're just going to audition for a student film, or you're going to audition for a major blockbuster movie. A lot of times if you get rejected, it might not always be because of your talent. A lot of times, you guys, it's the look. And that goes for agencies. If they have 80% of their talent looking exactly like you, sometimes they're like, as crazy as it seems, like sometimes they're just like, we have too many of that look, and that's just what it is. So a lot of times you will be rejected because of that. Or it could just point blank period be the fact that they might think you're just not ready yet. Doesn't mean you're a bad actor, doesn't mean you don't have potential, but maybe it's just they look at your resume and you've only done one play and it was in 3rd grade, and the only class you've done was like a 30-minute online seminar. I'm not judging or anything, like that's all great stuff to have, but if that's all you have, they might look and say, we can be using our time to book our experienced talent and the talent that is training every week, the talent we have faith in, over just the people that aren't really giving it their all. So that's the big thing. You guys need to give it your all. You need to be training. You need to be focusing on the things that matter the most in this industry. there's a few things. Understand that it's not always going to be a yes. There's a very good chance it could be a no. And sometimes it's not always your fault. Sometimes it's just how this all works. You know what I mean? Understand you need the training and the materials before anyone will even consider you a lot of the times. And that's just the harsh reality of it. But that's what it is. Understand you need to do your research. You got to find out what is in your area, what's going to work well for you, what's not going to work well for you. It's you are your own company when it comes to being an actor. You are your own business. Only you can work on yourself, and only you can work for yourself. Only you can make this happen if you're really serious about it. Thank you guys. As always, please make sure to subscribe, like this video, comment any questions you have or anything you would like me to cover in the next video. I hope this helped you. As always, thank you guys so much. I'm so happy and blessed to have you guys here watching all my stuff and following me and subscribing to me, and it makes me incredibly happy. So thank you guys so much. I love you. Hugs, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye.